Good evening and welcome to the front line with Joe and Joe. It seems to me that clothing is optional nowadays. If you're watching this show, keep your clothes on. And if you're old, definitely keep your clothes on. And don't be carrying flags when you're nude. That's a bad thing. But sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Joe SNL with the front line with Joe and Joe. Once again, let us go into the breach. Justin Trudeau's fan club waits outside of his office to blow him a kiss as he gets into his car to drive home. Play the clip.
Welcome to Parliament Hell. We're still here. Trudeau is in his office today. We expect that he'll be coming out, I guessed it at 5:30 last time, and he was in there till almost 8 o'clock, so you never really know. But we're here, and I just finished playing a program that came out of the Institute of Virology in Wuhan. Yeah, thank you very much for your support, sir. Very much appreciate it. Yeah. How do you spell ignorant? You take care, and I know I'm number one, so thank you. I love that kind of support, don't you? Not.
I like this guy's spunk. The glasses got to go, though. He looks like a fly. But at the same time, I like his spirit. Trudeau is to send insect food firms to the 2023 UK Climate Summit. Couple comments. Do you actually think that Justin Trudeau is going to eat bugs? He fully intends the people to, though, and he believes that that is a noble and good thing because he's saving the environment. But do you actually think that he's going to serve a plate of bugs to his wife and children? If you think that, you're crazy. But you will have to eat bugs. And that is how socialism works. And that is exactly how the elitists work. And that is exactly what they intend on doing. This is not conspiracy. And by the way, bugs taste like dog poop. This is a powerful statement. Pastor Arthur Pawlowski's son gives a speech at the European Parliament. Play the clip.
Thank you for having me. My name is Nathaniel Pawlowski from Canada. I'm going to speak about the consequences of abuse of power under the guise of health, set out by the WHO framework that local governments take upon themselves to implement. I'm the son of Pastor Arthur Pawlowski, who you will hear in just a minute. I am here today in desperation, a cry for help. I would like to stand here and tell you all the things about freedom and democracy that I like, but I no longer know those things. They have been taken away from us Canadians. Canada has fallen. We no longer have freedom of religion or freedom of speech or the right to protest or assemble or associate or express ourselves or have free media or disagree with the government. Anyone who does so is arrested, charged, and jailed as political dissidents.
I want to speak at the European Parliament. You think they'll let Joe and Joe speak at the European Parliament? A little bit of Jersey in Europe will go a long way. Kudos to Arthur's son, though. I got to be honest with you. That was impressive. But I think I could bust it out, too. What do you think? Get me into that Parliament. See what you can do. I know you people got some pull. Russell Brand calls Macron the Trudeau of Europe. Play the clip.
And that other great birthplace of modern democracy, France, is burning down right now. Not that you'd know it, because Macron, the leader of that country, the Trudeau of Europe, virtual signalling and boogieing while imposing emergency laws on his people, while people are getting shot down by police in the streets, claiming it's all in the name of freedom.
Allons enfants de la patrie. Little news out of Vancouver. Canada could be moving towards removing best before dates from food. Nothing like eating some bugs and washing it down with some spoiled milk. That's living. Justin Trudeau says point blank, we are not backing down on the censorship. I'm talking about Bill C-18. Play the clip.
Your heritage minister says he believes there is a way forward with Google, but with Meta, as you've said, your government has now suspended all advertising. How far will your government go in taking on a company like Meta? What could be next?
This is not just a dispute over advertising, it's also a dispute over democracy. It's a question of recognizing the role that internet giants like Facebook, Meta, Google, and others have in our lives, and therefore a responsibility that they also wield. As we've said, we're continuing constructive conversations with Google. Unfortunately, Facebook has just refused to recognize any sort of responsibility it might have in contributing to a democracy that has, democracies in general, that have contributed to its success as a company, as a corporation. So we're not backing down on this. This goes to the core of a free and informed society that is able to take responsible decisions in a democracy. Citizens need to have access to quality local news, to quality content, to quality journalism that is properly paid. And the fact that the media, that Facebook doesn't want to recognize the hard work of professional journalists across the country is something that undermines the very fabric of our democracy at a time where we're seeing democracy backslide around the world. So Canada and allies around the world are going to stand strong and demonstrate that we will not flinch in our defense of fundamental, foundational principles to democracy, like a free, quality, informed press.
Couple points. I love how they're trying to throw it back at Facebook. That's hysterical. I also want to point something out to you. Notice when he says the democracies, that is one of their buzzwords. Replace that with my administration, my power base, the establishment. Democracy allows for all voices. That's what a democracy is. When they say it threatens democracy, it really means it threatens my power base. It's used as a talking point all over the mainstream media in Canada and the US. And when I hear it, I just chuckle. I don't know how the person interviewing him does not laugh outright. At least they should push back. They don't even do that. That's why the media is the enemy of the Canadian people. This is what $60 worth of groceries looks like at Costco in Canada. Soon you won't even be able to buy paper towels because they come from trees, and trees have to stay where they are. You can use bark, though. Bark is okay. Wipe your mouth with a little bit of bark. That works just as well. No paper towels. No paper towels for you. Pierre Poilievre is appealing to common sense. Play the clip.
What's your name, sir? Chris. You just mentioned that this is going to be the first time voting in a long time.
In 20 years.
20 years. And who are you voting for?
I'm going to vote for you.
Why is that?
Because you got the policies that should be right in Canada.
Right. Which ones?
Basically, carbon tax, gun law.
Carbon tax down.
Yeah. Gun law.
Yeah.
Sending money to foreign countries so badly is awful.
Absolutely. Common sense. Let's, one, get rid of the carbon tax to bring home lower prices. Two, stop harassing hunters and licensed professional sports shooters and instead go after real violent criminals, bolster the borders, keep illegal guns out. And then three, stop sending our money away. Let's bring our money home.
And stop taxing all the little people.
The people who do the work so hard. You're getting hit by all the taxes to pay for big government in Ottawa to throw money away.
It costs more money for food, fuel, all amenities.
Absolutely.
We work hard. We can take nothing home. Yeah.
No, you don't take it home. You do the work. It goes to the government. We're going to change that. Axe the tax, lower the income tax so people pay less and bring home more. It's common sense. Common sense.
Yes.
Common sense and common people in our common home. Your home, my home, our home, great home.
Everybody's home.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can't wait for the vote for you.
It's coming.
Times for a change.
Pierre, sadly, common sense is not too common. Most people don't have it because most people don't want it. Keep that in mind. The baby boss is taking a photo op. He's traveling Canada and he's looking for votes. Beware of politicians, Canada. I'm not saying the baby boss isn't better than Justin Trudeau, because he is. But keep in mind, you're not going to vote yourself out of this one. Canada needs an exorcism. And baby boss is not the ex. Pierre Poilievre calls out the media. He says they're unfair. No kidding, baby boss. Play the clip.
What do you make of the extreme elements trying to latch onto the truck convoy you reported?
Well, you know what I think is interesting is that
When there's a left-wing protest on Parliament Hill, we don't see the Liberal media going through every single name of the people who attends to try and find one person that they can disparage the whole group with. You know, we don't see CBC, for example, has been accused by its own employees of systemic racism. And yet we don't see the media here generalize that everyone who works at the CBC is a racist. Whenever you have 5 or 10,000 people who are part of any group, you're bound to have a number who have or say unacceptable things. And they should be individually responsible for the things they say and do. But that doesn't mean we disparage the thousands of hard-working, law-abiding, and peaceful truckers who, quite frankly, have kept all of you alive the last 2 years by filling your grocery shelves with the food that you eat and filling your homes with the products that you rely upon. So I think that it is possible to hold individually responsible anyone who says or does anything unacceptable, while showing support for the hardworking, law-abiding, peace-loving truckers who are fighting for their freedom and their livelihoods, and on whom we have depended for our very existence over the last 2 years.
The media is unfair because it's meant to be unfair. The media represents the establishment. The media represents the uniparty. The media is the attack dog which guides the people off the ledge, maintains the power of the elites, and frankly is the enemy of the Canadian people. Trudeau lays out his drug policy. He says conservatives are ill-informed. Actually, he is projecting. He thinks you're ill-informed. Play the clip.
And we need to address the overdose crisis by providing, yes, safer supply, but also health and social services, including substance use treatment. Now, we all know ill-informed conservative politicians have been attacking safe and supervised consumption services where many nurses work. But our government knows that health and social needs have grown far more complex, especially owing to the opioid crisis and its relationship with homelessness. And so providing needed healthcare supports is also more complex. Nurses are often on the front lines of saving lives every day, and you know better than anyone that there are no simplistic solutions, just serious work grounded in science and compassion.
Define for me clean drugs. Define that for me. What does that mean? Listen, you're not helping anyone by giving them any form of narcotics. Many people, particularly we'll start on the low level, who use marijuana are simply self-medicating. And as far as advanced and harder drugs, people who are addicted, those people need help. And giving them more drugs isn't helping them. So, Justin, stop talking about people being ill-informed who frankly disagree with you. You, my friend, are playing on the ill-informed. That's how you got elected. That's how you stay in power. And frankly, that's how you represent the globalists and not the people. This is not France. It's Toronto, Canada. Play the clip. Maybe Dougie Ford took off his shirt. He had a flashback when he was a professional wrestler. You do know that Dougie Ford used to be one of the Moondogs. I believe he was Spot. He was managed by Lou Albano. Remember those guys? Sometimes he periodically takes off his shirt and strolls around the streets of Toronto. Probably scared the heck out of people. Most probably that's what resulted in these people running. But you tell me. Put your comments in the chat. The Save Canada protesters hit the streets again. Play the clip. Where are the adults? I only see kids in this Save Canada group. Where are the adults? The only adults here have wigs on, rainbow wigs. We don't want those adults. We want other adults with red caps on to join the young people. They're the patriots. The red rainbow wig wearing people, they scare me. I'll be honest with you. To all my Canadian American friends, if you like what we do on the front line, I'm asking you to give $1. Just $1. Production costs money. We do it for you. We are self-funded, and $1 goes a long way. That's less than a cup of coffee. In Canada, a cup of coffee might cost $5, so you're getting off easy. Please, just give us $1, and we'll keep the content coming your way. God bless you, and remember, stay free.